From 1776 to 2026, America is celebrating a historic milestone: 250 years of independence. One of the biggest celebrations is happening in Washington, D.C., where the America 250 State Fair is bringing together music, history, patriotism, and family fun. And joining us today is a true American icon whose voice has become part of our nation's story. Lee Greenwood is here to talk about the celebration. Good morning, Lee. Good to have you on the show today. There's a lot of events taking place over the next few weeks. And before we get to those, I want to ask you, what does America 250 mean to you personally?
Well, I remember America 200. So it's like, as we move forward, like, how many more of these can I see? It's an exciting time for America. As I look back on my history, where I was raised in California and spent 20 years in Nevada, and then I got my country music career in Nashville, Tennessee, and I've lived here ever since. I have a beautiful bride, Kim. By the way, her birthday is tomorrow. Happy birthday, my beautiful bride, Kim. Fantastic relationship in our marriage. And of course, America 250 also celebrates the United States Army's birthday on Flag Day, which is the 14th of June, also the president's birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. President. And as we have all these happy moments, we celebrate America being 250 years old and kind of look back at our history. And I'm kind of a history buff, and I've studied the Revolutionary War and of course, the Civil War. And then living through the times when we've had down times and up times. And I'm so confident that America will come together for our great state fair, which I'll be there June 24th in Washington, D.C. to kick off that event with the President of the United States. And it's going to be exciting. I can't tell you how much fun this is going to be.
It is going to be exciting. So, happy birthday to your wife. Happy birthday to the United States Army. Happy birthday to President Trump. Happy birthday to America. So, a big weekend ahead. So many birthdays to celebrate. Let's start with the UFC fight on Sunday. The president's birthday, Flag Day, also America's birthday. This is going to be historic, and you're going to be there. We have video just released yesterday, Lee, of the inside, behind the scenes look at the stage, the octagon there. This is going to be massive. How excited are you to be there to witness this in person?
Yeah, very much. I just got a picture of that yesterday, so now I see it with the video there. That's great, with the backdrop, of course, of the White House, and I'm like, good grief! I first thought that they were going to have it on the ground somewhere closer to the building, but this makes a lot of sense. I don't know what it took to put that canopy up, but in case it rains, and there's a small chance of rain, I think that's about it. And I've never been in a fighting arena. I've never seen a fight live. Kim and I are both like, I don't know, who are we going to pull for? Like, I don't even know who's fighting, but I'll find out that tomorrow and look forward to that. It's going to be a big event.
And I bet you it's one of those things where you've never witnessed this before, but all of a sudden you're going to be a huge UFC fan by the time you leave the White House grounds that evening. Okay, so you'll be at the UFC fight, but huge news coming in as well. We know about the state fair, but now there's going to be a rally to kick off the state fair, and you're going to be part of that.
I will be, and excited to sing with, I believe it's the United States Marine Band, and I'll be on stage with the president. There'll be other celebrities there with us as well, and it's going to be one of those things where I think you combine a carnival and a circus with the fact that we have something really beautiful to put on, and with the eloquence and the speech, the rally with the president speaking. I just can't wait to hear what he has to say.
Absolutely. And it's the Great American State Fair, the kickoff rally that is on June 24th at the National Mall. So we invite everyone to attend. What a rally this is going to be. You and I were speaking, Lee, before the show, and we talked about how you were on the campaign trail a lot. I was as well, working, and it never got old. I've seen you perform for President Trump multiple times. We have video right now of one of those performances. What is it like for you? Because for me, watching, People ask me all the time, what's it like when President Trump walks out to Lee Greenwood? And I said, it never gets old. And there's really no word for it. It's magical. It's patriotic. It's beautiful. The crowd comes together and we just love our country. We want what's best for our country. But to be there on stage performing has to be a different feeling for you.
I think performing as soon as the president walks out, and many times I was afforded the opportunity to introduce him as well, and saying those words, ladies and gentlemen, please let me present to you. It was my privilege to present the 47th or 45th and 47th President of the United States. And then he walks out and he's walking up to me. There's no Secret Service around us or nothing. It's just me and I. And I'm singing, and he respectfully stands there until I finish my song. I can't tell you what an honor that is, and how I feel honored in order to stand next to him, the greatest president this country has ever had, who has taken the liberties to do things that no one else would ever have done because there's too many politicians out there. And he's done such a great job with making America proud of itself again. There's nothing wrong with MAGA. Make America great again. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, America needs to stand up. And I've lived through a lot of years when America had some tough times. I was born during the World War II era when my father served in the Navy. And then I lived through Vietnam, and what a tough time that was. And so he brings beauty. He brings, as you know, with the Kennedy Center, he brings optimism, and he brings excitement. And his demeanor when he has a rally is so informal. It's like just kind of like, what's he going to say next? It's like
Yes.
so much
We
fun.
love when he goes off script because that's when the true President Trump comes out, is when he's just
Absolutely.
talking to us. And that's why we love him. I do have to tell you this real quick, though. I love all of your performances. I love all of President Trump's rallies, but my very favorite, and I'll find myself, Lee, sometimes at night going back to your performance at the Republican National Convention when you introduced him just days after he was shot in Butler, Pennsylvania. And it was beautiful
Yeah.
how you welcomed him. In your song, and also spoke on how he can't be brought down even though he was shot and someone tried to assassinate him. He walked out with a bandage on his ear, and the words you said is just it'll bring a tear to your eyes. So you do a
Vanessa,
great
that was
job.
totally
And
off. That was totally off
yeah,
script. I mean, the band that performed my song worked for me for 10 years while I was doing all my USO tours. They're called Six Wire out of Nashville, and I'm so glad they were there. It allowed me the freedom to talk until I was done, and I watched him very carefully as he walked into the arena. We had not spoke, and the coordinator for the event just said, "Okay, when you introduce him, say the right thing." And so I hoped I had.
well, it was beautiful, and I find myself watching it often because it reminds you. We get so caught up, Lee, in the day-to-day, news of the day and what's happening in Washington and across the country. But that takes us back to how lucky we are and how blessed we are that God turned His head that day and saved President Trump so he could save this country. So your words were beautiful that day. A lot to talk about. We have the rally. Also, that we mentioned earlier to kick off the All American State Fair. We have the All American State Fair that, all 50 states will be represented there at the National Mall coming up starting at the end of the month. And then we want to talk about the Allied flag. I have one and I love it. And I have to tell you, I haven't taken it out of the box because I don't want to. The box is so beautiful. It's almost like a keepsake for me, but these are available as well.
Yeah, the Allied Flag Company has gone in a partnership with me and Bass Pro out of Missouri. And my good friend Johnny Moritz had put this together. Here's the back of the box. You can see it, where it has my picture and the dialogue about it. It's all nylon. It's weather resistant. And it is available in all Bass Pro shops now at selected shops. I think we're trying to get it across the whole nation in the next 3-4 days. But it's really beautiful. And we have a huge flag in our front yard. And as you mentioned, out of the box, it actually slides out of the box really easy. So you can just kind of take it out. And it's beautiful. Made in America. Let's make no mistake about that.
Absolutely.
And it celebrates America 250. So let's get one of these flags right now, put it in your front yard, or put it on a little pole by your mailbox, and know that you celebrate America. It's
And
so
there's our
important.
friend Neil McCoy right there. He is part of the deal as well. So celebrating America with the flag with Allied Flag. That website is alliedflag.com. We thank them for partnering for America 250 and to celebrate this great country. I also want to talk about your Bibles.
Talk about America 250. The God Bless USA Bible has been out for a while, but we have this brand new edition. It's the King James Version. And if you any confusion about this, we do not mess with God's word, okay? In the back of the Bible is the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights, and the Pledge of Allegiance, and my handwritten version of the chorus, God Bless USA. Look how beautiful this box is. America 250. You need to get one of these immediately because they won't last through July 6th, I promise. It's GodBlessUSABible.com. Really easy. The name of my song, God Bless USA Bible.com. This is a brand new edition, America 250. Look how cool that
I love
is.
it. It is so beautiful. I'll have to get one of those as well and just keep a
Thank you.
collection of your wonderful Bibles. Um, Lee, you've performed for generations and for so many people. It is so important to me, and I know it is for you as well, to make sure that our next generation, our upcoming generation, knows how wonderful our country is. How do we go about making sure that, with all of the negativity that's in the news these days, that they know that America is the greatest country in the world?
You have to teach kids at an early age how America came about. And I'm not talking about war. I'm talking about the idea of independence, and it starts really early. And I'm not really proud of our public school system and how they've done that in a way to try to erase some of the history of the U.S. It's all important. It's kind of like you have to learn how to crawl before you walk, walk before you run. And you can't just start right now and say, well, America's really great and we're going to change it any way we can to make this democracy something different. No, you can't do that. There is a method of doing it. And if our politicians can please get together and have some bipartisan efforts about everything in this country, and don't fight the president when he has a great idea. Come on. But teach our young people where patriotism starts. I can't tell you, Vanessa, how many times I've got a video of some 6-year-old waving an American flag, hopefully an Allied flag, and they go, God bless the USA, the little tiny kid going to proud to be an American, or at least I know I'm free. They may not know what those words mean yet, but they will very shortly. And so I'm so proud that my song was able to add something to America's future and protect America's past.
God Bless the USA has become an anthem for our country, and it's a beautiful song that will last for generations to come. You've performed for presidents, for troops, everyday Americans. I mentioned troops. Let's talk about that real quick. We have a few minutes left. You have been all over the world performing for our troops.
My wife Kim and I, by the way, again, happy birthday, sweetheart. She is also a USO performer, and I was on Bob Hope's last tour around the world, 25,000 miles, 8 stops in 8 days, realizing how big this planet is, and entertaining for troops all over this place. And we do have military everywhere. So in addition to congratulations to the United States Army for their birthday, their 250th birthday, remember we had an army before we had a republic. So congratulations to the United States Army. And wherever we go, whether it's for the Air Force or I understand the Marines, and when they're on location somewhere deployed, and we've been in a lot of areas where they were deployed, right close to where their battlefront might be. It's always exciting for me to be with the military, and it's a privilege and a pleasure to represent the United States in that manner.
Absolutely. We love our military. We love our country. Lee, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show. I want everyone to go to your website as well. It's just your name, easy to remember, leegreenwood.com. So many things you can find there, the flag, dates, everything that you want to just follow Lee and what he's up to. This is where you can go, as to his website. But again, to wrap things up, the kickoff rally to the All American State Fair is June 24th, and then the fair will take place. You have the flags, you have the Bibles. People can go. What 2 things do you need in your house? A Bible and an American flag. And so that's pretty much sums it up, Lee. That's all we really need. The love for our Lord and the love for our country right there. And you're doing a great job. And we can't wait to see you. Have fun at the UFC fight this weekend. I know you're going to come away a big fan of UFC.
And I've been touring all over the country, of course, leading up to the July 4th weekend. And after that, I did want to say shout out to my touring partner, ABC Supply, out of Beloit, Wisconsin. Diane Hendricks and the whole team there. Thank you so very much for supporting us as we tour the United States.
Well, we appreciate you, Lee. Thanks for everything you do.